Usually we're doing this at 10 o'clock at night.
Exactly.
Coming home from the bar, from the restaurant.
Well, that's why, we have to do Pedicab confessionals during the day because we want to get the good stuff.
Yeah.
We want to give people the good stuff. So I am here with the one, the only David Alvarado. Cali, born and bred. I don't really know that.
Correct.
So I'm just throwing that out there. Yep. I know that's where he lives now. You're proof that even on the West Coast, people buy insurance.
Oh yeah. I've always sold insurance in the West Coast.
All right. So let's talk first, give them a little bit how long have you been in the industry and what were you doing before insurance?
Okay, so I started in the insurance industry in 05.
5, okay.
So now this year will be 20 years.
20 years.
And I went to school for electronic engineering, wanting to be a computer tech engineer, math guy. I love problem solving. I just realized it wasn't what I thought it was. I wasn't gonna make the money I wanted to make, and that didn't sit well with me. And the blessing in disguise was that I got laid off from that job, and I found insurance, or insurance found me.
Okay.
It always works out that way.
Yeah, it is. Insurance found us.
Right.
I mean, but I certainly understand, coming from someone engineering background as well. No, you're always told, growing up, I remember, looking at those, how much income does different careers make?
Right.
I remember that in middle school, high school, and, engineers were always some, the top on the list. Then you get into engineering, and you're like, it ain't exactly what they said it was.
No.
So, let's go through some numbers real quick. So, personal production. Let's say, what's the best month in your career in personal production, and how recently was it?
Submit?
Yeah.
Submit, my best month, I did 85,651. It was almost 86 in Submit.
How long into your career in the industry was that?
That was probably my 9th year in the business.
Okay, 9th year in the business.
That's when I started doing annuities and IULs.
Okay.
That's when I was able to really capture those bigger policies. And it wasn't on 85 different applications. It was literally 10 applications.
Okay.
15 applications, something like that.
So when you advance the skill level, you start to be able to increase the value prop for both the client and yourself?
Correct. Yeah.
Okay.
The more value you create for the family, the more value it creates for you. So
all right.
I wasn't big on volume. I was big on, I'd rather create more value than for less with less clients. And I ended up doing that with repeat clients, going back to my existing clientele book of business, building relationships. I'm sure you've heard it, business moves at the speed of trust.
Yep.
Right? And so that entry-level policy is building trust, and then eventually you're able to do more. They trust you with more, and they trust you with more. You get referrals, and that's how I was able to land.
Like we're trusting Blake, we're just having this casual conversation.
Right?
We don't know which way we're going. I'm trying to stay focused on
We're going against traffic, with traffic.
Fire trucks coming up and down the road. All right, so that's personal production. How about now? You've been building an agency for a while now. How long have you been building your agency?
I started building in 2010.
Okay, started building in 2010.
Yeah.
What is your agency like on a monthly basis these days? What are you guys doing?
Right now, on a great month, we're creeping up on $1 million.
Okay.
On a terrible month, we're surpassing 650. So we average 800.
And I like the way you put that. It's even on a bad month, we're still doing $650,000 in volume. Good month, $1 million. And you guys are instituting a lot of things right now that are just starting to drive that forward, which is great.
Yes, yeah. And
what are you most excited about when it comes to building an agency right now, and what you're seeing in the industry, the trends in the industry that you see that's pushing your agency towards growth?
The real trend that I see is that people want to be part of a community, part of in a situation or a company that's growing, that's going somewhere, that's successful. So that's kind of the trend that I see. And so what I'm excited about is to be able to share with people that success is easily found where there's a system, there's culture, and there's support. And so when it comes to building an agency, it really relies on building leaders, and that's something that it's not every day that you find a leader, but when you do, it gets exciting. And you start pouring into that person, you build better relationships. You teach them how to build an organization based upon leadership and relationships. And it's not a transactional business, it is a transformational business. And that's what's exciting.
I love that, like that idea of it not being a transaction, because so many people think of sales in general as transactional, and a lot of times insurance sales definitely as transactional, but like you transform a family's financial legacy with what you do when you put the right thing in place.
Yes.
You transform an agent's family's life in a transformational way when you help them realize how to do the same thing for their life. So I love that one. Let's do some a couple quick Q&A type questions here. I'm gonna go to my leaders card here for you. As a longtime leader in the industry, someone who has helped others achieve the top contract with Symmetry Financial Group, who you've been able to grow that and helping others to do that as well. What's one mindset shift that helped you go from not earning six figures to earning six figures in this industry? And if you can remember how long ago was that?
So as a producer or as a builder? All right, so let's start with producer.
Producer mindset for a builder.
Let's start with producer. It's what is evident is that you will get more with more, right? So you're not going to get more with less. And in the beginning, we tend to try to squeeze, right, a full pint of orange juice out of one orange.
Yep.
And that's the mentality a lot of new agents get, is that, hey, I got 10 A leads, I got 20 A leads, I'm not gonna buy any more, I'm not gonna invest until I get a return on what I've already invested.
Yeah.
Once you get over that hump that, hey, it's not about getting a return on the little that you invested, it's about getting a return on a lot that you invested. And once you start realizing that I need to keep that consistency, I just need to invest more, put more back into the funnel, and I will get better with more activity. I will get better with more investment. And because you invest more, you're actually committed more. The level of investment shows the level of commitment, and then you start asking more questions. You start eliminating your ego by saying, I'm gonna learn from people that are better than me, like you, right? Hey, how do I get there? How do I do IULs? How do I do annuities? And so you start realizing, hey, I can do more with my clients instead of doing a simple mortgage protection or life insurance. And then you start finding yourself doing more money-making activities than busy activities.
Gotcha.
I think that's probably the second aha moment, is when you realize I gotta stop being busy, and I gotta start being effective.
Okay. And would you say the same applies to a builder if you're building an agency?
No.
No, okay. All right. So what is it for a builder? If you want to build an agency, because I totally get that. Like from an agent perspective, I mean, how many people have tried to get as much as they could out of the littlest bit of investment? But you're right. Like, invest more, and you're going to get.
Correct.
If you do the work, like you can't just like invest and then just think, all right, I'm done. Like I invest and then I put the work in, and stuff will come from it.
Yeah.
Now, what about for a builder?
It's actually the exact opposite.
Okay.
Right? It's not about churning agents, right? Massive hire, let them go. Yes, you do find quality through the quantity, but you actually slow down when you find somebody that is willing to follow the system, take direction, take coaching, and take this business serious. You actually slow down with them instead of speed up. You take time to have managing or leading conversations, and you start positioning them and investing in them so they can start building and start doing what you're doing, because that's what you want to do, is multiply yourself. Right? You want scalability. So when it comes to leading, now I slow down and start building that one-on-one relationship, making sure that they start valuing relationships as well, valuing culture, valuing mentorship, because that is what's going to grow somebody to become a better leader. You don't know how to become a leader unless you have some like crazy ability to be coached because you were in sports or some type of
you've led somewhere else.
You've led somewhere else.
Like,
yeah.
you don't just become a leader, you were taught to become one, and then you can transfer leadership skills to the next place.
There you go.
If you have a good mentor to help you do that. Like, I still think even if you have had that, you still need mentorship in what you're doing to be able to get to that point. All right. What's one thing you wish you did sooner in your business?
One thing that I would definitely, off the top of my head, is become more coachable.
Okay.
And value mentorship more. I think I valued it. I didn't value it at the right time, and because of that, it stunts your growth. You know, you can grow fast with mentorship, or you can grow slow with just audio books and podcasts. And so when you value mentorship, you're gonna grow fast.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, last one as we pull up to wrap this up. What's the dumbest reason you almost quit, and how glad are you now that you did?
The dumbest reason I almost quit was because somebody wasn't giving me what I wanted, right? So you don't know what you want, you don't know what you need, you just think you know what you need. And because somebody wasn't giving me what I wanted, I almost quit because of that. And this is where you do have to trust mentorship and leadership. They know what's the best step next for you is. You know, a lot of the times we want to go from step 1 to step 10 and skip that 2 to 9.
Yeah.
And when you do that, you really just shoot yourself in the foot. You're slowing down versus speeding up. And there's a reason why there's step 2, 3, all the way up to 10. And if you decide to skip because you think you're ready, you know, you're gonna be sorry about it. And that's where one thing that I'm glad I didn't quit, because I said, you know what, fine, I'll do it your way, and it ended up working.
It ended up paying off.
Yeah.
Well, guys, we've had Mr. David Alvarado here with us. There were some gems, there's some nuggets. Like, go back and rewatch, highlight where you wanna, you know, if there's some questions that you want, like, luckily I get to talk to this guy. Like, we pick up the phone and call each other whatever we want to. So, if there's some questions that you want to ask this guy, put them in the comments. We're gonna have his information down there. One of the things that I want people to really understand from this is that there are a lot of options for some great leaders in this industry.
Yeah.
If David said something that spoke to you, shoot him a DM. I promise you, he'll get back with you. And let's continue to grow this industry the way it should be grown.
Absolutely.
So, I appreciate you, David. Thank you for being on Pedicab Confessions.
Yes, sir, it's fun.
And we'll talk to you guys later.
Good stuff. Good questions, I like it.